Hello and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay and I am the maker and creator behind Crazy Sock Lady Co., a shop where you can find all of your sock knitting needs pretty much. We have yarn, knitting needles, notions, all of those things can be found over there, and I will be sure to have the link for the shop right down below this video. I am over on Instagram as the Crazy Sock Lady, as well as on Ravelry as the Crazy Sock Lady. Links to everywhere you can find me, as well as links to project pages. Every single project I have has a project page with notes and full information. I will link any shops that I talk about, etc., all down below the video. So I'm coming to you from a very rainy, dreary, but beautiful day here in Centerville, Ohio. The leaves are changing colors. Leaves are on the ground. It is gorgeous. And it is making me very happy. I do love fall so much. And I think I always say this, but I am so happy to be living somewhere where we see a change in seasons after so many years of living in places that you don't really see a change in the seasons. So definitely very happy. It is Monday, October 25th. It's about 9 a.m. I just got back from dropping Wyatt off at school, got laundry going, all of that type of stuff, and thought, let's go ahead and sit down and record today because we have a very, very busy week around our house. So I do not think I will have a chance to record later this week, but I will chat all about that later towards the end. Let's talk knitting now first though. So I do have two finished socks. I'll show you this first. Somebody will probably ask about my mug. Oh, it's very, very hot. So I will link the maker of this mug down below. I purchased this one at Pearl in the Pines in Flagstaff, Arizona, a yarn shop, but you can order these off of his website. So like I was saying, I actually have 3 finished objects. I only have 2 here to show you today. You see, I'm trying to remember what bags they're in. Okay, I think these are the 2 finished. So the one that I don't have here to show you today, I finished a pair of socks for my niece, Lily. My niece, Lily, her mom, my sister, Cassie, and Cassie's husband, James, all came into town on October 15th. And I decided on October 14th, let's start a pair of socks for Lily. It's been ages since I've made her a pair of socks. Let's make her a pair of socks. You can probably hear Gracie walking across the floor, one of our dogs. She's coming to say hello. She wants to know who I'm talking to. Yes, I decided let's knit her a pair of socks. What do you want, Moose? This is Gracie Belle, aka Moosey. I don't know why she wants up here. See out the window, maybe? You're probably not going to sit there, is the problem. Okay, so I decided let's knit her a pair of socks. I finished them on Saturday, I believe, or Sunday? Saturday? I can't even remember at this point. I think it was Saturday. I will put a picture up here of her wearing them. They fit circumference-wise. They ended up being a little short in the foot. I had already finished the first sock before she got here, so I didn't have it to like try on as I went. So the first sock was done. I went ahead and I didn't try it on her before I finished the second sock either. They ended up being a little short in the foot, but she wasn't fazed and she was wearing them anyways. And the issue was like the heel kept sliding down. So to me, that told me that it was a little too short in the foot, that even when I put it on her, the heel didn't really sit properly. So it was just that the foot was not long enough. You better lay down there if you went up here. She's just looking at me. So I finished those, and she wanted another pair. So we went downstairs, and because she had mentioned, you have a lot of yarn downstairs. I saw it. I said, yes, I do. And when she wanted another pair of socks, I said, you know, we can go downstairs and you can pick out what you want. And she was so excited. So we went through the yarn stash that I have here at the house downstairs in the basement, and she picked out, oh, I don't have the tag, it's at the office, but it's Rock and String yarns. I will link them down below, in the Don't Trash My Rainbow colorway. And I had picked this yarn up at the Kentucky Sheep. Oh, she's gonna jump down. She's done. The Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival. I don't remember what it was called, but the Kentucky Fiber Festival. That's where I picked this yarn up, and it was split into two 50-gram skeins. Matching would be my assumption. I can't remember what the label said, but two 50-gram skeins. I only used one. I didn't even ball this one up. I need to buy a Swift and ball winder for the house. My other one, or mine, is at the office. So I put the backs of two chairs together and just put the yarn around like I used to do before I had a Swift and winder. And I balled the yarn up that way, and Lily thought that was super fun to watch too. But I only used one. I knew I wouldn't need more than 50 grams for her socks. And that's what I have left. So these I finished a couple of days ago, day before yesterday, I think. Here they are. So I am so pleased with these. They do not match as far as the stripes, but I don't care. Lily won't care. I'm not fazed by unmatching, but. So for these and the last pair, I used US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, cast on 52 stitches. I can't recall off the top of my head. I think I did 40 rounds for the leg. It's on my project page for sure. Slip stitch heel flap, as always. And my toe I did a little different than normal because I feel like kids' toes, they're just shaped a little different than like adults, which can be more, not really pointy, but I just feel like a square toe really works better for baby and kid feet. So I didn't do my normal like wedge type toe. It's more of a square toe, and I decreased every other round until there were 10 stitches left on each needle. So 20 stitches total. And I did knit these magic loop. Knit one, purl one for the ribbing for both of them. And that's about it. So I'll be in the office probably tomorrow for a little bit before Dexter has a vet appointment. So I will ship these out to her then. I had one almost done before she left. It was to the toe. So I got to try it on her and make sure that the fit was going to be better. And I said, you know, I'm not going to have the other one done, but I will mail them to you. And she said, okay, will you put a note in there too? So she was really excited about the thought of receiving something in the mail. So I will ship these out to her tomorrow with a note and see how she likes them. Hopefully she does, and she asks for more socks. I will share a picture here. So while she was here, I gifted her, oh, I have another finished object. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. I finished a hat for her. I will put a picture of it in here. It was the one that I showed last episode. The project page will be linked below. It was a free pattern, I believe. I can't remember the name or the designer off the top of my head. But I did finish that up, gifted that to her. And then I also gifted her her birthday sweater, the bean and olive sweater that I knit her, that I will have shared previously. But I got to gift that to her since her birthday party got canceled because she wasn't feeling well. I didn't get to give it to her for her birthday party, but I gave it to her, and she wore it to the pumpkin patch over this past weekend. So I have some pictures. I will post one of those here that I swiped from Cassie's Facebook to share with y'all. Oh, that coffee is just hitting the spot this morning. Okay, that's those. And then I have these in a bag from Daisy Girl and Company. Her fun peekaboo bag. These sweet kitties. And I have my socks for the Spooky Socks make-along, which is a make-along that I am co-hosting with Nitty Natty and Moonglow Yarn Co. I will link their Instagrams down below. It's all taking place over on Instagram. And I finished, so I'm doing 2 pairs of socks for this, and I finished the pair for my mother-in-law. It's definitely getting blown out. Accurate color representation back here. But I finished these. I love how they worked up. They look just how I envisioned, with just the stripes on the leg and that solid, beautiful gray for the cuffs, and then the heel, foot, and toe. So hers are done, which I'm so excited about because she will be here Thursday. I'm hoping to have one more pair of socks done for her by then. I have her the alpaca socks, these, and I'm hoping to have one more, which I'll show in a moment. So that is done, that pair. US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, or no, I'm so sorry. I knit these on 9-inch, so I used a US 0 2 millimeter needles. I have details for how I did this, how many rounds, etc. It was 8 rounds per stripe, knit 2, purl 2 ribbing. Basically, it's my vanilla sock on 9-inch pattern. I just striped down the leg and did knit 2, purl 2 for the ribbing. I have mine going. I've started the foot on 1. I have the heel done. Same thing, exactly. This one does not have, I haven't started the gray with this one, but can you guys hear Gracie? She's rolling around over there. Dexter is asleep in his crate. Chloe is hiding downstairs because we were expecting thunderstorms. It's like a zoo in this house. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do for mine is, before I start the toe, I'm gonna measure to see how many rounds before I start the toe I would need to do this. But I want to do small stripes of all of these collars. I'm thinking 2 rounds per collar before the toe. So go through all of these again on the foot before the toe for mine. I think I'm gonna have plenty of the gray to finish out the foot, but I think it'll be fun to add that extra little bit in, and it'll let me use up some more of the mini skeins. I think I should have enough. If not, it's fine, but they're in little bags. You probably can't see that one very well. It's just to keep them from getting super messy, I just threw them in these little bags. But that's the plan for mine. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So the idea with the knit along was to have these done by Halloween to wear on Halloween, but I don't know that I will have mine done. I wanted to make sure I had my mother-in-law's done though. And the yarn, I did not even talk about the yarn. The yarn is Kay's Crazy Cauldron sock set from Moonglow Yarn Co. It came with a 10-gram mini of each of these. I'm pretty sure it was 10 grams. And then a 100-gram skein of the gray. The pair of socks that I'm trying to finish for my mother-in-law, let's talk about those. Now Gracie's going downstairs. She just can't sit still. I have these in a bag from Midwest Stitches. And I have one of these done. Oh my gosh, look at that. So pretty. So this yarn is deep dyed yarns on their Good Juju base. And it's the Strange Brew colorway. So gorgeous. And I am using the String of Lights pattern by Lindsay of Sock Witchery. And I love this yarn. Like, I absolutely love it. I love how it's spiraling down. The base is really nice. It's a 75-25. I think I did 60 rounds for the leg on this one. I'm doing them on 2 circulars, US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And I'm through the heel flap on the second sock. So I think I will for sure have this done by Thursday. Especially once I get the heel turn, all those gusset stitches picked up, it's just gonna be an easy mindless knitting, because the String of Lights pattern is such a fun and easy pattern. You can read your knitting, it's super enjoyable. So yes, that is these. I think they will be done by Thursday as well. What else? So, I don't even know what's in these. Let's see if these have gotten a little bit of work. So these are my Car Knitting and Off-Roading colorway by Fangirl Fibers. This is a colorway that's exclusive to Crazy Sock Lady Co. And we do have some in the shop right now. And I'm on the heel flap. Not much done. Throwing them on ChowGoo DPNs. All of the needles that I work with are ChowGoo. US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And this is Vanilla Socks on DPNs is the pattern that I'm doing. Just a knit 2, purl 2 ribbing. I like to substitute knit 2, purl 2 a lot. But I go back and forth. So yeah. These have had a tiny bit of work. Not much. I don't know if these have had a lot of work since the last time you saw them. This is the Crazy Sock Lady colorway from Kimber's Cozy Creations. Comes with pink mini skein is the set that I had. And I have more of this yarn in a box right over there. You can't see it, but it's right over there. And it will be back in stock maybe this week in the shop. Like I said, we have a busy week, so I'm not positive on that. Next week at the latest. I'm hoping to get it in the shop tomorrow, but we will see. These are on ChowGoo US 0 2 millimeter 9-inch circulars. And yeah, super enjoying these. Did the pop of color on the cuff. Hoping to have this sock done by the end of this week and the second sock started. So I have one more project that I'll show you as well, but I'm planning in November to get as many of my works in progress off of my needles as I can. That's the plan. Hopefully I can stick to that. It's not that I'm not gonna let myself cast on new things, because let's be honest, it's gonna happen. But I have a lot of languishing whips and things that just need a couple of things done on them, and I really want to have them off of my needles before I dive into December knitting, you know, knitting up advent calendars and all of those types of things. So hopefully next time I come to y'all, there will be a lot of finished things. The reason there has not been even more finished things is because the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along has really been taking up a lot of knitting time. So clue 2 was an insane amount of knitting. Absolutely insane. Truly, it was crazy. And I was behind. I mean, not behind. I finished it before clue 3 came out, but I was behind where I wanted to be. I know you should go at your own pace, but I was behind where I wanted to be. I put those stipulations on myself and I fell behind where I wanted to be. Because we had company in town, it was kind of unavoidable. I was able to work on it in the mornings when they were here, but it was pretty unavoidable that I fell behind because I didn't have all day to sit and work on it like I might have had we not had company. But I did finish Thursday. Clue 3 came out on Friday, and I finished clue 3 this morning. So I am going to show it, talk about it. If you do not want to be spoiled, you have not finished clue 3 yet, this is your warning to fast forward a bit or something. This is in a town bag from Fringe Supply Co. They are no longer in business. I am using Mandy's Makings yarns. I've went through all of the colors in the past, and you can also see them on my Ravelry project page if you want details on each, but it is Mandy's Makings. And this is the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along for this year. Project page, all of that will have the links to the pattern. So here it is so far, all the way through to the end of clue 3. So starting here all the way to the end, right past these I-cord loops was clue 1. Starting here all the way to here was clue 2. So much knitting. And this was clue 3. So I can't spread it out too far because I only have it on a 40-inch needle. I think he does call for a 47. So it's pretty bunched up, but that's what it's looking like so far. I talked more about my thoughts on this in a vlog that I put up last week, and definitely if y'all want to stay up to date with everything that's going on, start incorporating watching the vlogs as well. I know not everyone does. Some people just come here for the episodes, or maybe some just watch the vlogs. But when it comes to video recording, I'll be honest, I've been feeling a little bit of a burnout, especially with having such a, I don't even know if, I was going to say produced, but I don't know that that's the right word. A produced podcast episode. I've been feeling major burnout on that, with having them be so jam-packed full of so many different things. I've just been feeling a little bit of burnout with sitting down and recording in that style. And I'm needing to take a step back a bit from that and slow things down a bit and make it more enjoyable for me and find that inspiration again. So incorporating more vlogs is going to be happening because I find such inspiration and joy in recording them. And I am going to be incorporating things into there that you might not see on the podcast. Like last week, I shared more in-depth thoughts on my Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. I also shared some yarn that I received in the mail from Moonglow Yarn Co. for a sweater, and I won't show that here until I start the sweater. So definitely start incorporating those if you want to stay up to date on everything, or if you don't mind. You'll see the yarn when I start the sweater and all of that, but I'm definitely going to be incorporating more things into that and into the vlogs. So yeah, just slowing things down a bit, finding the joy again and finding the inspiration again, and kind of getting back to why I do this in the first place. So, which is to share about my knitting. So yeah. Okay, what was I even talking about? Oh, that I shared more like in-depth thoughts on my shawl on that. Oh, there's my coffee maker. It's done keeping things warm. I think that happened last time I recorded too. But the last row on this clue Okay, I'll put it down so that if you were looking away or something, you can look back. The last row on clue 3 was a beast. My hands, this finger is a little swollen today, and my hands hurt. They hurt so bad. Let me know below if anyone else had an issue with that row. I won't give too much away about it, but there was a lot of wraps on that row that you did on the previous row that then you had to do something with on that row. And when it came time for me to like slide things back on the needles from the cord to the needle, it was so tight trying to get those from the cord onto the needle. I was so frustrated, and I didn't have it on an interchangeable needle. If I did, I would have just put a smaller needle onto that end, and they would have slid on there so much easier. But I had it on a fixed circular, so I couldn't even do that. And I spent so much time yesterday working on that row. I got halfway done, and then I was like, I cannot touch this anymore. Like, I was so frustrated. So I put it away, and I picked it back up this morning and finished it. But yes, my hands hurt today. I was very frustrated, and I completely love the process of knitting. That's what it is about for me. But even at that point, as a process knitter, I was like, I don't even want to finish this. I'm done. That thought went through my head that I was done because I was just so frustrated. And I've never really had that issue when I've knit something before. So I'm interested to know if anyone else had an issue with their wraps being too tight and having an issue getting them back on the needle. And if you haven't done that section yet, maybe keep that in mind to do them looser, because I don't know if that would have helped. I don't really know, but I definitely had an issue. So anyways, that is my mystery knit along. Is there anything else? This has taken up so much of my knitting time this past week trying to catch up on that I really don't have anything else to chat about. I mean, I finished the socks for my mother-in-law. I finished the socks for Lily. Those took up most of my knitting time. I have not touched my sweaters. I have not touched them because I was doing clue 2. It was truly like the most knitting throughout the entire mystery knit along clue 2. I'm interested to see what clue 4, the final clue, when it comes out on Friday, what it is going to be like and how that's gonna go. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So that's kind of all I have today as far as knitting goes. I don't have anything I've received in the mail to show you. That's pretty much it. So a little bit of life catch up. Like I said, we do have a really busy week coming up. Just a lot of just various things going on. My mother-in-law will be in town on Thursday. She's staying through the weekend, so that will be fun and nice to have her here. We have Dexter has a vet appointment. I almost said Vexter. Dexter has a vet appointment tomorrow. I'm home from the office today. Tomorrow I will go into the office probably until his vet appointment and then come home for the day. The kids do not have school. I don't think they have school Thursday or Friday because there are parent-teacher conferences. I'm almost positive on that. So we have parent-teacher conferences this week. We have a couple just other random appointments and things we have to do this week. And then we are getting new furniture this week at some point as well. They should be calling me today or tomorrow to schedule that delivery. But we are putting the furniture that's like the chair I'm sitting in right now, the furniture that's up here is going to be going downstairs into our basement where we have the TV down there. I think one of the chairs will end up going into the guest room in a corner in there. But we got a sectional for in here, and I cannot wait. So this furniture, we haven't had this for very long, and it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love how it looks in this room. It definitely looks gorgeous, but for one, we are not super impressed with how it is holding up in just the short amount of time that we have had it for what we paid for it. So there's that. We use it daily. It's this is where we spend most of our time, is in this room. So I think if it was in like a formal living room where it did not get as much use, it would last longer. But for what we use this room for, as our main living area, it's not holding up well. Specifically these chairs. The couch pretty much looks brand new because Eric and I don't sit on the couch typically because the TV's over there, so we sit facing the TV if we're watching TV. And the kids honestly don't sit down here with us very much unless we're watching a movie or something. So it's not holding up well at all. And it's not super comfortable for lounging when you want to relax and watch TV in like a main living area like you typically do. So this is going to be going into the basement. We have a TV down there, but it will not get used as much as the furniture that will be in here. So it'll go down into the basement, and we have a sectional being delivered hopefully this week. I was shocked that we went yesterday and they were like, yeah, it's in stock and they'll be able to deliver it Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm just like, what? Because this furniture we waited months on. It kept getting pushed back, and I should say, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that it does get delivered this week, but we will see. Hopefully. I'm very excited. I wanted a sectional in here, but we really had a horrible time trying to find one that would fit in this space properly. It's such a open space, which we like most of the time. It's nice that someone can be cooking dinner and we can be sitting in here, you know. If Eric's cooking, I can be sitting here or whatever. And it's open. But sometimes I do wish it was a little bit more closed, so we have that separation of spaces. And it just makes it hard to find furniture, and you only have like one way you can ever put furniture in this room. You can't rearrange things. So it does make it a little bit difficult when it comes to those types of things. But as I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking like, what if we put our TV over here? Eric will kill me if I try to rearrange all of the furniture in this house. But that could maybe work. Okay, anyways, I'll have to do some more measuring later. I did so much measuring yesterday, and then when we found that sectional, that I was like, I think this size will work. I was like, let's do it. But okay, so that's going on this week. Like I said, just lots of little random things and appointments, and just seems like everything kind of got into this week. So there's going to be a lot this week, but that's okay. I don't think there was anything else that I needed to chat about this week. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys again probably next week with a vlog or two. I don't know. Maybe I'll vlog this weekend for Halloween. That could be fun. Because Halloween is on Sunday. So trick or treat is here on Sunday. The boys are not trick or treating this year. This will be the first year that, last year Austin didn't. Wyatt did a little bit. He kind of like, I think they just went down the street. My mother-in-law was here and she walked down the street with him. But this will be the first year they both have not done Halloween costumes and trick or treating. So in some ways that's kind of sad to know that both of my boys are, you know, now to where they don't want to trick or treat, but that's okay. We will pass out candy. What we typically do is we just sit, as long as the weather's nice, we sit at the end of our driveway and have maybe a fire pit out there. We sit with chairs, have our candy, and just, you know, everyone comes by the driveway. It makes it easier with having dogs, because if our doorbell or people were knocking on our door, our dogs would bark all evening long. But yes, so we sit at the end of the driveway. So that's probably what we will do again this year, as long as the weather is nice. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do again this year. Maybe I'll vlog this weekend, do a little weekend vlog or something. I'm not sure what we'll get up to, other than passing out candy and stuff for trick or treat. But I hope that you guys have a great week or so until I see you again. And thanks for watching. Until next time, happy knitting. Bye.